Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Kyle, where I will be playing an 1850-point battle between my Deathwatch and Taylor's Tau. So the story that we've got going on here is that an Imperial planet had acquiesced to the greater good, and it allowed the Tau to move in a force onto here on the edge of the Damocles Gulf. And when word got back to the Imperium, they sent out the Xenos Hunters themselves, the Deathwatch, to go purge the alien and show the local planetary government the wrongs of their ways in going towards the greater good. So we are going to be playing the Spoils of War Maelstrom mission, which is basically the three cards for Maelstrom mission. But what happens is each of the ones that we get that are secure, objective, number, whatever, are actually able to be grabbed by both of us. So if my opponent draws it or if I draw it, either of us can score them on our turn, which is pretty good. Also, at the end of the game, you get an additional point if you have more secure, objective whatevers than your opponent. So that is the story. That is the mission. That is Vader. And that is what we've got going on. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Deathwatch, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a Watchmaster and a Librarian with a Force Axe. We have two Intercessor squads, one with 5 Intercessors and 3 Aggressors with Boltstorm Gauntlets, and one with 5 Intercessors and 5 Hellblasters with Plasma Incinerators. We have 2 Veteran squads, one 6-man squad with 5 bolt guns and 1 Stalker pattern bolt gun, and one 9-man squad with a Terminator with an assault cannon and power fist. We have 2 frag cannons, 2 Infernus heavy bolters, 2 shotguns, a Thunderhammer storm shield, and a bolt gun. We have a 5-man Vanguard vet squad. One guy has a power fist and a grav pistol. One guy has a pair of lightning claws. One has a storm shield and a power maul. One has a bolt pistol and chainsword, and the last has a heavy thunderhammer. We have a 3-man Inceptor squad with assault bolters. We have a Venerable Dreadnought with twin las cannon, fist, and underslung heavy flamer. And last but not least, we have a Corvus Blackstar with twin las cannon, 2 Stormstrike missiles, and a Hurricane bolter. So for the Tau, he'll be running a battalion detachment and an outrider detachment. For the outrider detachments, leading it off here, we have Commander Coldstar with 1 high output burst cannon and a missile pod and a Cadre Fireblade. We have 2 Pathfinder teams, 1 5-man squad with a grav inhibitor drone and 1 6-man squad with a recon drone and a pulse accelerator drone. We have 2 4-man shield drone squads. We have 1 3 Piranha squad of Piranhas with 2 with burst cannons, 1 with a fusion blaster, and each have 2 seeker missiles. Then for the battalion detachment, leading it off, we have an Ethereal, a Cadre Fireblade, and Darkstrider. We have a 10-man Breacher squad with a Guardian drone. We have 2 10-man Fire Warrior squads. We have a Riptide with heavy burst cannon, 2 smart missile systems, advanced targeting system, and counter-fire defense system. We have a Hazard suit with 2 fusion cascades and a velocity tracker. We have a Broadside with 2 high-yield missile pods, 2 smart missile systems, a seeker missile, and velocity tracker. We have a Devilfish with a burst cannon. And last but not least, we have the Sun Shark Bomber with marker light, missile pod, 2 interceptor drones, and 2 seeker missiles. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. I've got my 6-man veteran squad up here with the Stalker pattern bolt gun on objective 1. I've got my Intercessor squad with the Aggressors here on the front here. Behind them, we've got the Watchmaster and the Librarian and the Venerable Dreadnought. We've got the Corvus Blackstar. Inside of there is the 9-man veteran squad. And then in Deep Strike Reserve, I have my Inceptors, my Vanguard Veterans, and I spent a CP for Teleportarium to put my other Intercessor squad with the Hellblasters in Deep Strike. I spent the CP on that. I had placed my Warlord, who has Bearer of Forbidden Knowledge, and he rolled and got it back. So I'm still at 8 command points. My opponent's at 9 command points. Going to deployment here for the Tau. We've got Pathfinder squad up here on the objective. We've got the Strike squad here with the Fire Warriors. Fire Warrior squad here surrounding the Ethereal, what's his name? Dark Strider, and the Kadra Fireblade, who's his Warlord. The Ethereal has the Tide Pods, what are the Pure Tide Engram, and his and his Warlord, the Kadra Fireblade there, has the Warlord trait that lets them through Unity Devastation. So it basically means +1 AP for units that are within 6 inches of him, or start the turn on a wound roll of a 6. That's what it is. +1 AP on a wound roll of a 6 for units that are within 6 inches of him. We've got the Bomber back over in the corner over here. We've got the Riptide here. Riptide. We've got the Broadside down over there. We've got the Cold Star Commander there. We've got the shield drones right around them. We've got the Piranhas over here. We've got the Devilfish. Inside of there is the, which one? The Breachers and the other other Kadra Fireblade. And then we have the 6-man squad of Pathfinders over here. And in Deep Strike, we also have the Hazard Suit. So, as of right now, the Deathwatch will be going first, unless my opponent can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Don't do it. Oh. Yeah, with a 3. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Deathwatch here on turn 1. All right, so the cards that I drew turn 1 here, I drew Mission Critical Objective and rolled a 2, so I have to get Objective 2, which is the one back over here. I then got Hold the Line, which I can't score turn 1. And I got Behind Enemy Lines, so that's going to be real tough to score turn 1 with the new Deep Strike rules. So that is the objectives I drew here turn 1, so we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 1. My Veteran Squad here stood still, so did my Venerable Dreadnought. My Watchmaster moved up, so did my Librarian. This Intercessor Squad advanced up, and everything else stood in Deep Strike Reserve, and he moved up over here. So when he flew over this squad down here, he is going to fire his Black Star cluster array. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so when it flew over, I'm going to roll a d6 for every model in that unit. On a 6, it does a mortal wound. So looking for 6s, showing them Phil versus. Whoop, dropped 1. Did pretty good though. Did really good. So doing 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds. I'll take that. All right, so we're gonna skip the Psychic phase because there's nothing, my powers, I've got Veil of Time and I've got Psychic Scourge, and neither of those are gonna be good for me right now, so I'm not gonna risk giving him some mortal wounds for nothing. So we're gonna move into the shooting phase. My Chorus Black Star is gonna fire his Hurricane Bolter into the squad, Strike Squad down here, and then he's gonna fire the twin las cannon, and the 2 missiles into his Riptide. So we're gonna go with the Hurricane Bolter first. 12 shots, because it's only 1 Hurricane Bolter, hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. I'll take that. Toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. That's not bad. I'll take that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. So 6 AP nothing. So 4 up saves. Failing 3 of them. All right, so now we're going to fire the twin las cannon, the 2 Storm Strike missiles into his Riptide over there. Red are going to be the las cannons. Green are going to be the Storm Strike missiles. These are all going to be hitting on 4s because he moved and they're heavy. And no strafing run on the Black Star. Okay, getting 3 hits. I'll take that. So these are all going to be wounding on 3s. I'm going to re-roll this 1 here. So that's a wound. Do I get the command point back? I do not, so I'm down to 7, but that's going to be 2 las cannons and 1 Storm Strike missile. So, you're going to see. Well, yeah, you can see if he gets a command point. He does on a 6, so he's up to 10. So we're going to do the 2 las cannons first.
onto the drones.
Oh, onto the drones, looking for 2 ups.
Yeah. It's 3 total.
3 total. There's three different hits. Yeah.
I'm gonna do them all.
Okay, so gonna put them all onto the drones there. 2 ups on those las cannons, and I'll go through. All right, so now they have their 5-up field no pains because they're shield drones, and it does. So basically the rule turns all that damage into 1 mortal wound onto them. So these are now going to be 3 5-up feel no pains, or ignoring wounds. So 1 ignores it, so 2 drones are dead. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought is gonna fire into the Riptide over here with his twin las cannons. So that's 2 shots hitting on 2s because he didn't move. All right, that's 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. We're going to try to pass them off the drones on 2 ups. So they both get passed off, and now those become mortal wounds. So 5-up feel no pains, making them both. All right, so that is it for the Deathwatch turn here on turn 1. We do have a couple leadership tests to take. We've got this strike squad here, lost 7 guys. So right now they're using the Ethereal's leadership of 9. So they lost 7 guys. So 7 plus
6 is auto pass.
6 is an auto pass because of binding knife, right? Bonding knife. So because of bonding knife, they're auto pass, which is pretty crazy. And boy, yeah, for you. And then the squad of drones over there, they lost 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6, which is exactly what they needed for their leadership. So that is it for the Deathwatch turn here. I did not score any of my objectives, and I'm going to get rid of. Which one? Behind enemy? No, I'm going to get rid of the mission critical objective 2. I just don't see that happening. No, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of. No, I don't know. No, I'm going to keep all of mine. I think I'm okay for that. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Tau here. Oh no, with their cards drawn for Tau on turn 1. All right, so my opponent drew secure objective 6, the greater good, and defend objective 3. So we will come back to you after the movement phase for the Tau here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Tau here on turn 1. His squad here stood still. Everyone here stood still because he declared Kayun with his Cold Star commander there, meaning that any unit within 6 inches can't move, but they get to reroll failed hit rolls for this turn. This squad of breachers over here, this squad of Pathfinders over here stood still. His Devilfish advanced up over here. His bomber flew up here, and he dropped in his hazard suit. He did Nova Charge his Riptide, but he had declared Sense of Stone, so he got a 6-up feel no pain, and he passed it. So he's still at full wounds, but he's at he also spent a command point for branched Nova Charge, which means he has the Nova Charge burst cannon. He also has the 3-up invul save, and then he also spent a command point on Cold Star Commander to allow him to reroll failed wound rolls as well, but Cold Star Commander cannot shoot this turn. So a lot of stuff happening, but that is the end of the move phase. When he flew over here, he decided to drop the bombs onto here, the pulse bombs. So what he does is he rolls a d6 for every model in the unit that he flies over. He, on a 5-up, they do a mortal wound, but if it's an infantry unit, he gets to add +1. He adds, well, 1 second. He adds 1 to the result of the roll, and on a 5+, they take a mortal wound. So he's going to be rolling 8 dice, and on 4 pluses, because the 4s will become 5s, he will be doing mortal wounds onto them. So looking for 4-ups, getting 4 of them. So exactly statistical there, doing 4 mortal wounds, which means that 2 of my intercessors are dead. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, these guys here are going to fire their marker lights into my Corvus Blackstar. So they stood still, so they don't have -1 to hit there, but they do have -1 to hit because of hard to hit. So they're going to be hitting on 5. So you're going to do it one at a time, because if 1 hits, then they can get a they get to reroll 1s to hit. So here we go, looking for a 5. Nothing there. Nothing there.
Wonderful.
Nothing there.
Wonderful.
Nothing there. And nothing there. And now this squad over here is going to do the same thing over here. So hitting on 5s, we're going to start on the first one at a time. No hit there. That's a hit. So now they're going to be re-rolling 1s to hit. Getting an additional 2, re-roll that 1 to hit. Nope, so that is going to be 3 hits there. I'm going to spend a command point for targeting scramblers, which means that when I've been hit with a Tau marker light, I can now spend this command point, and it gets rid of all other marker lights. Do I get the command point back? I do not. Does my opponent get the command point? He does not. All right, so now Dark Strider is going to shoot into my Corvus Blackstar with that. So he's going to be hitting on a 3, right? Because he's -1 to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the Cayune. That is a hit, and he's going to spend a command point to make it additional D3. So an additional 3, so a total of 4. Does he get the command point back? He does not. And now his Conjure Fireblade here, Conjure Fireblade is going to be firing into him. Hitting on 3s because it's -1 to hit, but rerolling 1s because of the marker lights already there. No. He's going to spend a command point to reroll that into a hit, and then he's going to see if he gets that command point back. Does not. All right, so now his broadside is going to fire the high yield missile pods into my Corvus Blackstar, and he's going to fire the smart missile systems into my intercessor squad over here. So we're going to start with the Corvus Blackstar here. So he's got how many shots?
8.
8 shots. These are going to be -1 to hit because of supersonic, +1 to hit, or hard to hit, +1 to hit because of the marker lights. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling, hitting on 3, right? Or what's their ballistic skill? Regular ballistic skill. The regular ballistic skill is 4, so hitting on 4s. So because it's +1, -1, but re-rolling because of Cayune. All right, so re-rolling 1s, 2s, and 3s because those all would have missed previously with his base ballistic skill. Okay, all hits. Strength 7. These are going to be wounding on 4s because he's toughness 7. All right, so getting 3 wounds there, right? Am I seeing? Yeah. So 3 wounds there.
AP 1.
AP -1, so we've got 3 4-up saves. Failing 1. What's the damage on those?
D3.
D3. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll one of those. Or re-roll the one that I missed. No. Do I get the command point back, though? I do. Does my opponent get one? No, he does not. D3 damage for the one that went through. Into 2. And now my opponent is going to spend the stratagem, 3 command points that will allow him now everything else that shoots at him have a +1 to the ballistic skill because he already got wounded. A +1 to wound onto him. So do you get the CP back? He does not, so he is down 3 CP for that. And now the smart missile systems into my aggressors over here, or into my intercessors over here. So because it's now 3 and 3 with the models, they are now toughness 5 as a unit. So his smart missiles are going to be wounding on 4s instead of 3s. So here we go with the shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of Cayune. All right, re-rolling because of Cayune. Statistically average there. And not statistically average there. Okay. So 8 hits. These are now strength 5, toughness 5, so looking for 4s to wound. All right. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds.
No AP.
No AP and no cover, so they are just going to be 3-up armor saves. And I failed 2 of them. All right, so now the hazard suit is going to fire into my Corvus Blackstar. He has velocity trackers, which means he gets +1 to hit units with fly, but he also has +1 to hit because of the marker light, -1 to hit because of hard to hit. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. He's got the fusion cascades, so these are D3 each fusion shots, so it's 2 D3 shots. Let's see how many shots we're going to get. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s with all of those. Re-rolling 1s. Re-roll that 1. All right, so these are going to be wounding on 3s. 2s.
Strength 8.
Strength 8. +1 to wound because of because of the stratagem that he spent there. So strength 8 would make it wounding on 3s, +1 to wound, wounding on 2s. All right, so getting 3 wounds there.
-4.
AP -4, so those are just going to go straight through. So
Not melter range.
not in melter range, so this is going to be D6 each. 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds. All right, so now the piranhas are going to fire. He has no line of sight. The guy in the middle there does have line of sight and range, and the guy on the far side doesn't have range. So the middle guy is going to fire everything into my Corvus Blackstar. So he's going to fire both his seeker missiles and his burst cannon. So we'll do the gun drone. So we'll do the seeker missiles first. So these because of the marker lights that I've got there, it's full ballistic skill, which is 4, +1 to hit because of the marker lights, making it 3 up to hit, -1 to hit because of hard to hit. So looking for 4s to hit. Rerolling everything because of Kayun. The units within 6 inches there. So these are 2 shots hitting on 4s. Rerolling. So that is 1 hit. Strength 8. So looking wounding on 3s, +1 because of the thing. So looking for 2s to wound. That's a wound. AP -2. AP -2. So this is going to be looking for a 5-up save. Yeah, with the filfers. Woo! All right, so we're gonna fire the gun drones and the burst cannon at the same time because it's the same profile. So these are going to be hitting on 4s again because of all of the modifiers that cancel each other out. Re-rolling everything. All right, re-rolling those 2 misses. Brutal. All right, still 1 miss there. So these are now going to be strength 5, so looking for 5s to wound. +1, so 4s to wound because of the stratagem. Making the most out of those 3 command points. All right, so that is... So we've got 5 wounds coming in here. AP nothing. So we've got 5 3-up saves. And we make them all. All right, so now his Riptide is going to fire his high yield burst cannon, right? Is that what it's called? Heavy burst cannon into my dude bro up here, and he's going to fire the smart missiles into my intercessors over here. So we're going to go with the heavy burst cannon first. It's Nova charged, so he's going to have 18 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s because it's +1, -1, and re-rolling everything because of Kayun. So looking for 4s. All right, re-rolling those misses. Yeah, a couple there. So re-rolling. All right, so 2 total misses. These are now strength 6, so they would be wounding on 5s, but now wounding on 4s because of the +1 to wound stratagem, focus fire there. And now these are going to be, so wounding on 4s, re-rolling because of the stratagem that he spent with the Cold Star Commander. All right. Good thing the Cold Star Commander took the hit on that one. All right, so that is 1 extra. So 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds. So we've got 10 AP -2, so we've got 10 5-ups. If I fail 5 of these, he's dead. So 10 5-ups. Can I do it? Only one way to find out, by actually rolling these dice. No, I cannot. Definitely cannot. Definitely, out of 10, I made 1. Out of 10, I made 1. So he's dead. Does he explode? He does not. So that is first blood. All right, 2 guys twisted an ankle, get in out, and that is where they are left. And now the smart missiles from the Riptide are going to fire into my intercessors over here. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling. All right, re-rolling. Okay, real good on that re-roll there. These are now going to be wounding on strength 5, so looking for 4s to wound. Re-rolling because of the Cold Star. Re-rolling because of the Cold Star. All right, so a total of 5 wounds there.
These will be -1.
5 AP -1, so looking for 4-up saves. Failing 1 of them. So now this bomber here is going to fire everything except for the seeker missiles into my dreadnought. So we're going to go the marker light first, hitting on a 5 because he moved. That is not a hit. So now we have, these are going to be the 8 shots from the gun drones.
The interceptor drones.
The interceptor drones, sorry, interceptor drones. So these are going to be hitting on, looking for 4s to hit. All right, not getting to re-roll anything, so that's going to be 3 hits there. These are now going to be strength 7, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound.
-1.
AP -1, so looking for a 4-up save. New, failed that one. 1 damage, so 6-up venerable save. Show me that, Phil, first. New. And now the 2 shots from the missile pod.
4s.
Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s as well. That is a wound. AP -1, looking for a 4-up. Well, that is good. Woo! All right, so now these fire warriors are going to fire into my veteran squad over here. So they're going to have 9 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. All right. These are now going to be strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds, 3 AP, no AP. So I'm actually going to start taking him on my Terminator over there. So 2-up save. He's good, and then he's got the 2 wounds here. It's just 1 wound each, right? So the last 2, I'm also going to take on him 2-ups, and he is good. All right, so now 3 guys over here are going to fire into into here that can see. So these are going to be 9 shots again, hitting on 4s. All right, re-rolling, right? Because of Cayenne? No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, re-rolling because of Cayenne. All right, pretty good on that re-roll there. So that's going to be a total of 6 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. Oh, real good there. So that's going to be 6 wounds. 6 wounds. These are AP nothing, so we're going to start taking them on the Terminator 2 at a time. He is good. He is good. And he is good. He's a champ. All right, so that is the end of the Tau turn. I have 1 leadership test to take over here. They lost 3 guys. 3 plus 3 is good to go. And that is going to be it. At the end of the turn, what points did you get anything from there? Nope, did not get anything, but I did score secure objective 6, which is pretty good. I'll take that. So we will come back to you after, you know my cards because I just kept all of my cards there. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels, for the Deathwatch here on turn 2. These veterans stood still. My Venerable Dreadnought stood still. My my Vanguard veterans dropped in. My Watchmaster moved up, so did my Librarian. These guys moved up, did not advance, just moved. My other Intercessor squad dropped in. These guys shuffled around a bit, my other veteran squad here, and my Inceptors dropped in back over here, 9 inches from everybody. So we'll see how this all goes. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. So first things first, he is going to cast Smite onto his bomber, looking for a 5. Not getting with a 4. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that into a 6. So it does go off. D3 mortal wounds. Getting 3 mortal wounds. Do I get the command point back? I do not. Does my opponent get a command point? He does not. And now he is going to cast Veil of Time onto my Vanguard veterans over here. So looking for a 6. Nope, not going off. All right, starting off the shooting phase, this veteran squad's going to fire into his flyer over here. I'm going to be using the Vengeance special issue ammunition rounds. So we're going to have, we've got the 1 Stalker pattern, which is going to be the reds, and then we've got the greens, which are going to be the regular bolters. We're going to be using the Vengeance round, so it's going to be an additional AP -2. So the Stalker pattern is going to be AP -3. The regular bolters are going to be AP -2. These are going to be firing in there. Hitting on 4s because they're -1 to hit because of hard to hit, but everything is in rapid fire range. So again, hitting on 4s. All right, pretty good. So strength 4, looking for 5s to wound. He's not a fast attack, right? Because my mission tactics are rerolling as fast attack. So here we go. All right, so we've got 2 wounds at AP -2 now because of the vengeance rounds. So 6 up saves. Failed them both. All right, so now this Vanguard Vet Squad here is going to fire into him. I've got the bolt pistol is going to take the Kraken rounds, which is additional -1 to the AP and a +3 inches. So he's going to be shooting into him, and the grav pistol will fire in. Grav pistol is going to be the red, green is going to be the bolt pistol. Both these are going to be hitting on 4s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 6. So these are both going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound there. That was the grav pistol, so that's going to be AP -3. So that goes straight through because he's got a 4-up save, so that's just going to be 1 damage. So now my Watchmaster is going to fire into his bomber over here. So I've got 2 shots because I'm going to be using the Vengeance round, still in rapid fire range from that. So it's going to be 2 shots, hitting on 3s because he's -1 to hit. Re-rolling 1s because of himself. So that's 2 hits. These are going to be strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound, AP -3 because of that, so it goes through. Because of Bane Bolts of Erixia, that does 3 damage. All right, so my Intercessor squad here is going to fire into his Riptide. So they're going to be using the Hellfire round, so wounding on 2s. So we're going to start with those Intercessors there. So there are 5 of them there in rapid fire range. So they're going to be 10 shots here. These are going to be wounding on, hitting on, I should say, hitting on 3s because he's not -1 to hit. Oh man, I'm all sorts of in my head there. So hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. These are now going to be wounding on 2s because of special issue ammunition. Okay. That is going to, good thing I had that. So that is going to be 5 wounds at AP -1. Do you want to try to pass these off? Nope. So each, right? Yeah, 1 damage each. So he's just going to try to take these. So these are going to be 3 up invul saves. Taking 3 wounds. 6 up feel no pains because of the stone thingy. No, takes them all. And now the Hellblasters are going to be firing into him. So supercharging. So we got 1 at a time here at rapid fire range. The first guy hitting on 3s. All right, that's 2 hits. 1 guy will be dead. 2 guys will be dead. All right, that's 2 hits. And 2 hits. So these are now strength 8, wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. Do you want to try to take these?
2 of them on the drone.
He's going to try to put 2 of them on the drones because he's got 2 there, so 2 ups. Those go through, and then a 5 up, feel no pains on them. Feels 1, takes 1, and then so then it's then there's 3 up invul save on the other 4, making them all. All right, my Dreadnought now is going to fire his Heavy Flamer into his flyer over here, and the twin las cannon into his Riptide. So we'll do the twin las cannons first, hitting on 2s. So that's 2 hits, wounding on 3s. I'm gonna spend a command point on this one. All right, so that's not a wound. Do I get the command point back? I do, in fact. So that's 1 wound. Are you gonna try to pass it off? Or are you gonna try to take it?
Pass it off.
He's gonna pass it off here on a 2 up. That goes off, and then a 5 up, feel no pain. Oh, and he's good. And does my opponent get a command point for mine? He does not. And then D6 into the Heavy Flamer. 2. Strength 5, looking for 3s. Looking for 5, sorry, yes, right. That's 5, so that's 1 goes through, AP -1. 5 up save. No, goes through. All right, so now this Intercessor squad is going to fire. The 2 Intercessors are going to fire into the Riptide with Hellfire rounds, wounding on 2s. And the aggressors, 1 aggressor is in range of his Dude Bros marker lights over there, so he's going to fire into them. The other 2 are going to fire into his flyer over here. So we're going to start with the one firing into the marker light guys. So he's got 6 shots plus D6, plus an additional 3. So that's 9 shots. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because of the Watchmaster there. So that's all hits. Strength 4, so looking for 3s to wound. That is all wounds. So that's going to be 9 saves. So 9 4-up saves?
Minus 1?
Minus nothing.
5-up.
Oh, so 9 5-up saves.
I'm going to give it to me.
No, failed all but 2. So they are dead. And now the 2 intercessors here are going to fire into his Riptide, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits, wounding on 2s because of special issue ammunition. Not re-rolling that 1, so that's going to be 1 wound. AP minus 1. What are you going to do? Take it on him or the thing? He's going to take it on him.
3-up.
3-up, he's good. And now the other 2 aggressors firing into his flyer. So they've got 6 shots each plus 2d6. So plus another 11. All right, so they've got 23 shots into here. These are going to be hitting on 4s because it's minus 1 to hit. All right, and they're re-rolling 1 and 2s because of the Watchmaster, but not 3s because those would have been hits. So these 3s are misses. So we have these to re-roll. All right, not great on that re-roll. But then these are now going to be strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. All right, getting not great. Getting 1, 2, 3. That's hit. All right, so 3. Yeah, 3 4-up saves, right?
Yep.
If he fails 2 of them, he's dead.
Come on, give it.
Fails 1 of them. And now my librarian is going to fire his bolt pistol into him. I'm going to be using the Kraken round, so minus 1 to the AP, but plus 6 inches to the range there. So hitting on a 4, that's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No wound. All right, so now my Inceptors here are going to fire into his hazard suit. 18 shots from their assault bolters, hitting on 3s. Oh boy, that was not great. All right, wounding on 4s. All right. So that is 1, 2, 3 wounds at AP minus 1.
4-up saves.
4-up saves. Making 2 of them. All right, so this veteran squad here is going to fire the 2 guys with the Infernus Heavy Bolters. Going to fire the heavy flamer portions into these guys over here. The Terminator here is going to fire into his hazard suit with his assault cannon. The Deathwatch shotgun is going to fire into the 3-man squad here, and the 2 frag cannons are going to fire into his Riptide. So we're going to start with the 2 heavy flamers, D6 each. So it's going to be 5 shots here, 5 auto hits. Strength 5, looking for 3s to wound. These guys are fast attack, so I get to reroll wound rolls of 1 because of my tactics. So that is going to be 5 wounds there. AP minus 1, so 5 6-ups. Making none of them. So now the Terminator there is going to fire his assault cannon into the hazard suit. 6 shots, hitting on 4s because he moved. Alrighty, so it's 3 hits. Strength 6, looking for 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds. AP minus 1. 2 4-ups. Making them both. All right, so now I'm going to fire the Worm's Breath shot into that squad there. So assault D6 auto hits. That's going to be 2 auto hits. Strength 3, wounding on 4s. That is going to be 1 wound. AP nothing. So 4-up save. No, 1 dead. Oh, 6-up, feel no pain because of stone thingy. Oh, of course he does. All right, so now my frag cannons are going to fire into the Riptide over there. So we're going to use the frag profile. So it's going to be assault 2d6 each. So assault 4d6. So we're going to have 15 hits. Brutal. All right, so 15 hits, looking for 5s to wound. Strength 6, toughness 7. Okay, that was real pathetic. So I got 4 wounds there. So 4 at minus, whoa, 1 second. All right, so -1, so 3 up invul save, so 4 3-ups. Failing one of them. 6 up, feel no pain. No, he felt it. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Vanguard vets are going to charge into his bomber over here. He is going to fire the Seeker missiles here, the 2 Seeker missiles. So hitting on 6s. Oh, hitting on 5s for Overwatch. So hitting on, well, but the Seeker missiles always hit on a 6+, right? Unless they're, because it says regardless of modifiers. Yeah, so it's on a 6+ for them. So nothing on those. And then he is going to fire the missile pods.
Those are on 5s.
Those are on 5s, but not hitting there. And now he is going to fire the ion, what are they called? Ion rifles?
Ion rifles.
Ion rifles. He is going to supercharge them because he's got the 1 wound left and he doesn't want me getting into here. So, so he's going to be D3 shots each. All right, so that's going to be 3, 6, 7, 8 shots coming in here. These are going to be hitting on 5s. 1s do mortal wounds.
Mine 1s.
Gets 1/1, which kills them, but he also gets 4 5s. So these are going to be 4 strength. What is it?
Strength 8.
Strength 8. So these are going to be wounding on 2s. All right, so that is 4 wounds.
-1, 2 damage each.
-1. So I'm going to start taking on the guy with the storm shield on a 3-up. He's good. He's dead. And then 2 more at 4-ups. And 1 more is dead. And so is he, because he took that mortal wound. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, and now my Inceptors are going to charge into his hazard suit over here. He's going to fire Overwatch, and Greater Good, the squad up here, is going to fire Overwatch. So we're going to go with his first. This is going to be 2d3 shots. So that is going to be 3, 4, 5 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5 because he's Tau. It took me a second when you said because I'm Tau, I'm like, duh. But then it's the Tau set that he is. So 5s to hit, getting 1 hit, strength 8, right?
Yep.
So wounding on a 3
T5.
because they're T5. That is a wound. AP -4, so that's just going to go straight through. So D6 wounds. That's 2 wounds, so that's enough to kill a guy. And then you've got these guys up here, they're going to fire. So 3 guys can see, so they're going to fire, hitting on 5s. All right, getting 3 hits. So these are now going to be strength 5, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 4s to wound, so that's 1 wound. And that is a save, right? AP nothing? AP nothing, so that is a save. So 1 guy is going to be dead. Let's see if they make the charge. So he's got, what's it called again?
Photon caster.
Photon casters. So it's going to be -2 to my charge distance to get in. So I needed a 9-inch originally. Now I need an 11-inch charge. Can I make it? It would be great if I could. No, I cannot. So that is that. So now this squad here is going to charge into this drone, which is a grav inhibitor drone. He rolled, so 3. It's -3 to this charge. It would be a 2-inch charge to get in. Now I need a 5-inch charge to get in. And they are in. All right, so into the fight phase. Thunderhammer guy's going to start us off. 2 attacks hitting on 4s. Nope, no hits there. Now the 2 attacks from the Terminator. That is 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That is going to be 1 wound. Rerolling wound rolls of 1 because of the tactics against them. So that's going to be 2 wounds. AP -3. Just goes straight through. He is dead. And that is it for the Deathwatch turn here on turn 2. A bit of a better turn this turn than it was last turn. So I got mission critical objective 2 because I held on to this one. He wasn't holding it at the beginning of the turn, so I just get the 1 point from that. I don't get this, but I do get behind enemy lines with the 2 units that are here. So I get the 2 points for that one. And I'm going to Oh, I feel like that's going to shoot up there. I'm going to get rid of hold the line since I messed up on that one. So we will come back to you with a card. Let's get one more card drawn for the Tau here on turn 2. And the card he drew was Supremacy. So he has Supremacy, Defend Objective 3, and the Greater Good. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Tau here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Tau here on turn 2. His Fire Warriors here moved up over this way. His Hazard Suit moved up over this way. His Riptide stood still, so did his Broadside. These guys all moved up to this side of the building. Piranhas moved up over here. So did all the drones moving over here. The Breachers disembarked from the Devilfish, moving up over this way. Drones disembarked from the Devilfish, jumping up on top over there. Then the Devilfish advanced or just moved? Just moved up there. But Cold Star advanced up over there, and his Fireblade disembarked there and moved up on top of over there. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting out the shooting phase, Dark Strider is going to fire his marker light into my veterans over here. So he's got -1 to hit because he moved. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. And are you going to spend a command point? We'll come back to you. All right, so he's not going to spend a command point to make that D3, but he had spent a command point. He had Nova charged him and spent the command point to give him the branched Nova. So he's got the supercharged, Nova charged cannon, and he's got the 3-up invul save. And he's down to 9 wounds because he didn't pass his 6-up, feel no pain. All right, so these Fire Warriors here are going to fire into my veterans. They're going to be firing 30 shots total with the rapid fire going on here. So there's going to be we're going to do 15 at a time, so 15 hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of that 1 marker light on them. All right. So on 4s, pretty good there. And then these are strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Should have given that. Oh man, so that is going to be 3, 6, 7, 8 wounds. So we've got 6, 7, 8 wounds. AP nothing, right? So we're gonna do it. Start on the Terminator there. So 2-up saves, making both of those, making both of those, making both of those, and failing 1 of those. And the second volley. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. That is pretty good. All right, real good. And these are wounded on 3s. All right, so that is going to be 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 wounds. So 6 and 5. Got to do this one at a time on my Terminator. 2-up. He's good. He's good. He's good. Oh, he's finally dead. So now we've got an additional 7 3-up saves. Failing 1 more of those. All right, so now the Piranhas here are going to fire into my veteran squad. We're going to start with the Fusion first, hitting on a 4, rerolling 1s. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -4, so I'm going to take it on the Storm Shield here. 3-up invul save. He's good. Woo! All right, so now the gun drones from this Piranha are going to fire in here. These are going to be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Reroll that 1. All right, that's a hit. These are now strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Ooh, all but 1 wound there, so that's 5 wounds. AP? AP nothing, so 5 3-up armor serves. And a failed 1. And now his Piranhas are going to fire everything. The rest of the other 2 Piranhas are going to fire everything in here. So the strength and AP and everything is the same for the drones and the guns. So everything's going to fire here. 24 shots from the 2 of them. Hitting on 4s. We'll come back to that. Re-rolling those 3 1s. All right, not meant to be. And now these are going to be strength 5, so wounding on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 7 wounds, AP nothing, so looking for 3-up saves. Failing another one of them. So now the broadside is going to fire into my veterans over here. We're going to start with the high yield ones. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. No 1s there. These are now strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds.
-1.
AP -1. I'm going to start by taking, I'm going to take him on my the guy with the storm shield. So 3-up saves. That's a save. That's a save. And that is not a save. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that one. Nope, still not a save. Don't get the command point back. And my opponent doesn't. All right, now come the smart missile systems. All right, re-rolling 1s. All right. These are now going to be strength 5, so 3s again. Getting 4 wounds for 3-up armor saves. Right, no AP? No AP. 3-up armor saves. Make all but one of them. All right, so now this squad of Fire Warriors is going to fire into them 6 shots, hitting on 4s. All right. Wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 3-up armor saves. And he failed 1. Womp womp. And now that Contra Fireblade is going to fire his marker light into my intercessors over here, hitting on a 3. Because he moved. No. And the other Contra Fireblade is going to fire into them with his marker light on a 3 because he moved. Yeah, that's a hit. All right, so now the Breachers are going to fire into my intercessor squad over here. They're going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the marker light. All right, we'll come back to that. Re-rolling the 1s because of the marker light. All right, so these are now going to be strength 5 again. Strength 6, so still 3s to wound. Gotcha. All right, so that is 3s to wound. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
-2.
7 at -2. So 7 5-up saves. Oh! Whoa! That is... Oh, baby, I'll take that any day. Woo! And these 2 drones here are going to fire into my intercessors down here. So hitting on 5s. Re-rolling 1s. There you go. That's how you do it in response to me. Okay. So that's going to be 5 hits. Strength 5. So looking for 3s to wound. All right. So that's going to be 4 wounds.
No AP.
No AP on these. So 4 3-ups. Yep. That's how I fail saves. So now the Devilfish is going to fire into them, hitting on 4s. So that is 3 hits. All rerolling 1s. So that's 3 hits. Looking for 3s. Getting 1 wound. AP, nada. So I'll still take a wound. And now the hazard suit's going to shoot into my Inceptors over here. So 2d3 shots. Going to have 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s.
Because they have fly.
3s because they have fly. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s because strength 8, toughness 5. So that is 1 wound, AP -4. So that's going to go straight through.
And I made it.
Yeah, made it within half range there. So, oh yeah, did. And now his Riptide is going to fire everything into my intercessors over here. So these are going to be looking for 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the marker light. Alrighty. These are now going to be strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Okay, so that is 6 wounds.
-2.
6 at -2. So we got 6 5-up saves. Making 3 of them, so 3 go through. So 2 damage apiece. Ooh, that's 3 dead guys. And now the smart missiles into them as well. Hitting on 4s. All right, no 1s there. So that's 3 hits on 3s. That is 3 wounds. AP nothing on those.
One.
AP 1, so looking for 4-ups. Make them all. Woo! Alright, so now Cold Star is going to fire into my Dreadnought over here. He's out of range for the burst cannon, so he's going to fire the smart missiles though, right? Just missile pods. So these are going to be -1 because they're because he advanced. So hitting on 4s, 3s. All right, so that's 1 hit.
Wounding on a 4.
Wounding on a 4 because it's strength 7. That's a wound. AP -2, so looking for a 5-up. Nope, goes through. D3 damage. 3 damage, 3 6-ups because of venerable saves. Nope, none of those. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. These breachers are charging into my intercessors over here. I've got one intercessor left, the sergeant. He's gonna have the red shots. He's gonna be using the hellfire rounds. So, and the greens are gonna be the hellblasters. So hitting on 6s. Okay, getting 1 hit. Strength 7, looking for a 2 to wound. That is a wound, AP -4, so that is just a 5-up invul save from the drone. What? All right, fine. And their charge distance. Yeah, that's totally in. And the piranhas are going to charge in here. And they're in. All right, so that's it for the assault phase. Into the fight phase, we're going to start with the breachers. So he's got 11 attacks here because their version of a sergeant gets an extra attack. Hitting on 4s, hitting on 5s, because Tau love combat. So getting 4 hits here. So this is going to be strength 3, so looking for 5s again. All right, getting 2 in there.
6 AP.
-6 AP, but I also get +6 AP.
Oh.
Yeah, because of reasons. So 3-up saves. Making them both. And now the piranhas are attacking in here, hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit.
Strength 5.
Strength 5, so 3 to wound. Nope. All right, so now my intercessors are going to attack back into his breachers here. 11 attacks, hitting on 3s. All righty. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. They're a fast attack, right? So re-rolling 1s to wound because of my... They're a troop choice. Okay, so then that doesn't get to wound there. So that's going to be 4 wounds. 4 4-up saves. Making them all like a jerk. All right, I'm going to spend 3 command points for Honor Your Brothers with them to let them fight again at the end of the fight phase. Cost 3 command points. Let's see if I get one of them back. I do not. Does my opponent get one? He does not. So we've got 11 attacks coming back at him again here. So these are going to be 8, 9, 10, 11 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. All right, getting 5 wounds this time. 5 4-ups. Failing 3 of them. And that is the end of the Tau turn here. He does have a leadership test to take over here, as do I. So his leadership test, he lost 3 guys, plus 4 is 7. They're good to go. I lost 5 guys over there, 5 plus. 1 is good to go. So that is it for the Tau turn here. He scored supremacy, so D3 for that one. Getting 2 points for that one. He also scored greater good by getting this one that I was holding there. So it's another D3. And a 1 point for that one. So he gets 3 points for that. And are you going to get rid of defend objective 3?
No, because I landed.
Oh, so he's on it right now. So he's going to hold on to that one. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so I drew advance, priority orders received, and then secure objective 3 with that one, and then big game hunter. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels. Movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 3. They stood still. My Venerable Dreadnought stood still. My Vanguard Veterans moved up over this way. My 2 characters moved up over this way. These guys stood still. And these guys stayed in combat because they had to. Oh, and my Inceptor jumped up over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off, we're going to have Smite into the Breachers over there. That goes off with a 12. I'm going to, I'm just going to take it there. So D6 mortal wounds. I'm going to spend a command point on this. My last one. Into a 2. Do I get it back? I do get, now the 6 has come up. I do get it back. So it's 2 mortal wounds into them. And then do I get, how many mortal wounds am I doing to myself? 1 mortal wound, all right. Does he steal his command point from me? No. And now I'm gonna cast Psychic Scourge onto them as well. Goes off with an 8, so we each roll a d6 plus our leadership. So I rolled a 5, he rolled a 1. So D3 mortal wounds into them, 2 mortal wounds. All right, so now this Intercessor squad is gonna fire into his Riptide. So we're gonna go with the aggressors first. They've got 12 plus 2d6 shots each because they didn't move. So the 2d6 extra shots, it's going to be an additional 10, 18, 23 shots. All right, so we're gonna have 59 shots coming in here. Pretty brutal. 59 shots. These are gonna be hitting on 3s.
Little dice, baby.
All right, we're gonna come back to you with that. And now looking for re-rolling, I should say, to hit again because of the Watchmaster there. All right, we'll come back to you again. So 51 hits, strength 4, toughness 7. So looking for 5s to wound. Yeah, we'll come back to you with that. So we have 15 wounds, 2 up saves. Making all but 1. 6 up, feel no pain because of stone what's-its.
Gary needs a new pair
Don't
of shoes.
do it! At least he took a wound. And now the Intercessors are going to fire into him. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, not as many dice. These are wound on 2s because of Hellfire rounds. So that's 2 wounds, AP -1, 3 up saves. Failed 1, 6 up, feel no pain. Of course he makes it. Intercessors are firing their pistols into the Breachers over there. That's going to be 4 hits. That is going to be 4 wounds. 4 ups. Failing 2 of them. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought's going to shoot into his Devilfish there. 2 shots hitting on 2s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Getting 1 wound. That's not a fast attack, right? No, not a fast attack. So that's going to be 1 wound, AP -3. 6 up save. No, goes through. D6 damage. 4 damage. And now my Inceptor is going to fire into his Ethereal over there. 6 shots, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, 4 hits. Wounding on strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds, AP -1. 2 5 ups. Making 1, failing 1. 6 up, feeling no pain. Not making that. So this squad over here is going to fire into these Fire Warriors. The only one who can reach is going to be the Stalker Pattern Bolt Gun guy, and he's going to use the Kraken rounds to reach them over there. So these are going to be +6 inches, minus an additional 1 to the AP, so it's going to be 2 shots, hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. So that is going to be 1 wound, AP -1. Oh, but AP -2. Sorry. 6 up saves. No, that's a dead guy. All right, Grab Pistol here is going to fire into his Devilfish. That is a hit. Strength 5, looking for a 5 to wound. Rerolling. Nope, not getting to reroll nothing. All right, so now my Watchmaster is going to fire into his Devilfish over there, firing 2 shots because he's going to be using the Kraken rounds, giving him +6 inches to his range, putting him in rapid fire range. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That is 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Okay. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase. These dude bros are going to charge into his Devilfish. 4 shots in Overwatch, looking for 5s. Getting 1 hit. That is no wound.
No.
They need an 8-inch charge to make it in. And they are in. These intercessors are going to charge into his piranhas. They are in. All right, so my Inceptor here is going to charge into his Ethereal and his Fire Warriors. And he is going to use the Greater Good to allow everybody else to shoot at them. So we're going to start with the Riptide first. These are going to be hitting on 5s, re-rolling because of counterfire whatchamacallits. So 5s, 2 hits. Would have been a great roll, but no, he gets to re-roll everything. These are now looking for 5s again. Getting much, much more that time. That was painful. So that is going to be a whole bunch of hits there. Strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP -2 +1 because he's in cover. So looking for 4 ups. Failing 3 of them. Yeah, he did. All right, so now the Heavy Thunderhammer is going to start us off in the fight phase over there. 2 attacks hitting on 4s. Okie dokie. Now the Power Fist. Okie dokie. And now my Lightning Claws are going to attack in there. These are hitting on 3s. Oh, there's all the 4 pluses. Anyway, not that I'm bitter. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Re-rolling wounds because of Lightning Claws. Yep, 1. So that's AP -2. 5 up. Nope, goes through. So that is a wound. And now this Intercessor squad is going to attack in. We're going to go with the aggressors first. So we got 6 attacks with them, hitting on 4s. All right, that's 3 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP -3, they're Power Fists. Oh. Yeah, so we'll do... Oh, okay. How many wounds do they have?
6 each.
6 each? So let's see, it's D, they're Power Fists, so D3. So since it's 6, we'll just do 2. So that's going to be 3, 4 wounds into 1. And now the Intercessors. So that is going to be 3 hits. Toughness 5, right?
Yes.
So that is 1 wound so far, but they are fast attack, right? So I do get my chapter tactics. There we go. 2. So 2 regular armor saves. 4 ups. Making them both. And now this squad's going to attack into the piranhas. On 3s. On 5s. Rerolling 1s. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 ups. Making 3 of them, so he's still alive. All right, so we're gonna start with the Devilfish into my Vanguard Vets. Hitting on 6s. Getting no hits. Breachers attacking into my Intercessor squad. 5s. Getting 2 hits. Looking for 5s. Getting no wounds. And the Piranhas into the ones with the Hellblasters. Hitting on 6s. No hits there. All right, so that is it for the the Deathwatch turn here on turn 3. We've got 1 morale test to take here. He lost 9 guys, so on a 6 he'll stay. Otherwise he's running. Come on, 6. He is there. Who does that? Oh, of course he does. Bonding knife, you jerk. Oh man, that's what I get for just assuming he's gonna run away and not putting any attacks into him. Anyway, that's it for the Deathwatch turn here. I am gonna get rid of Advance, and then we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Tau here on turn 3. Alright, so my opponent drew Overwhelming Firepower and Scour the Skies. We didn't get Defender Predictor 3. He had started on it on his turn, but getting my my Vanguard Veterans over there actually contested it, so he doesn't get to score that. So he's going to have to start over again with them once he clears off my Vanguard Vets, which I don't think he's going to have a hard time doing, but he's still got to do it. So that is going to be it for the card draw. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Tau. His Devilfish moved up slightly out of combat with my Vanguard Vets. His Dubro, Contra Fireblade stood still there. They stood still up here. His breacher fell back over here out of combat. So did the piranhas. His hazard suit moved up over this way. His riptide stood still. So did all of these guys back here, including the broadside. Up here, some of these guys all just kind of, some of them shuffled around to get some better line of sight onto these guys, and these guys moved back over here behind line of sight. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Houston phase. All right, so his Cadre Fireblade there is going to fire his marker light into my Vanguard Vets. Looking for a 2. Gets it. All right, Devilfish is going to shoot into my Vanguard Vets over here. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of a thing doesn't need it. So that's 4 hits, looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. 3 up armor serves. And I make them all. And now Cold Star is going to fire into my Vanguard Vets. So he's got his 8 burst cannon shots. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of that marker light. All right, all but 1 hit. These are now going to be strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Oof, boy, that is going to be 7 wounds. 7 minus 1 AP, so 7 4-ups. Failing 2 of them, so 1 is still alive. And the missiles. 2 hits because he's hitting on 2s. These are strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. AP minus 2, so a 5-up save. Yep. And now Dark Strider is going to fire his marker light into my intercessor squad over here on a 2. Boom. And the Fireblade is going to do the same thing into them, or this squad. Which one? Into the same squad there on a 3 because he moved around. Oh. All right, so now the Piranha is going to fire into this squad here with everything except for the Seeker missiles. So we're going to do the fusion first. 4 rerolling 1s, so nope, nothing there. And then these are going to be the gun drones from that one. Hitting on 4s as well. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. No AP, so 2 3-ups. Okay, failed 1. All right, now the next Piranha is going to fire into them. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. All right, pretty good. Actually, really good.
Average, I think.
And then wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 4 wounds. Failing 2. And the last one's firing in here. Rerolling 1. All right. Wounding on 3s. Ooh, all of them. So that's going to be 9 wounds up in here. So we got 5. 9 wounds. Looking for 3-ups. Yeah. Okay, failing 4 of them, so that's 2 more dead guys. All right, so now Dark Strider is going to structurally analyze these guys over here. And the Cadre Fireblade here is going to make them his preferred target or something. What is it called?
Structurally analyzed.
No, it wasn't that wait, both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one.
Through
Unity Devastation. So it's going to be, so he gets +1 here. So it's going to be, the Fire Warriors are going to fire in here. They're going to be hitting on 4s. So these are regularly hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the marker light there. All right, pretty good. These are now going to be wounding, usually wounding on 3s because of strength 5, but now wounding on 2s because of the structurally analyzing thing. And 5s and 6s are AP minus 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 at AP minus 1. We'll try those ones on 4-ups. Failed 1 of those. So I've got 2 wounds left here, so I've got 5 of these, 5 3-ups. And I failed 1 of those. All right, the broadside is going to fire his high yield missiles into this intercessor squad and smart missiles into the one lone intercessor over here. So we're going to go with the, which ones first?
Smart missiles.
Smart missiles first.
4s, re-rolling.
Looking for 4s, rerolling 1s. Pretty good. Alright. So these are now strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound.
And 6s will be AP
6s will be AP 1. So no AP 1, but 3 wounds up in there. So 3 3-ups. And I failed 2 of them. And here comes the high yield missile pods.
4s, no
Hitting on 4s, no reroll on them. Not that he really needed it. These are now strength 7, so wounding on 3s. Alright, so that's going to be 2 wounds.
-1.
AP -1, so 2 4-up saves. Failed 1 of them. D3 damage. 1 damage. So now the Riptide is going to fire everything into my squad over here. So we're going to go with, he supercharged, I should have said, he Nova charged, made the 6-up invul save, or no, feel no pain, and he also spent his last command point that he didn't get back to branch it. So he's got a Nova charged gun, and he's got the 3-up invul save. So here come the shots into here, 18 shots, hitting on 4s.
Re-rolling.
Re-rolling. Alrighty. Alrighty. These are now going to be strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Ooh, not great over there. So that's 1, 2, 3 wounds.
-2.
3 -2, so looking for 5-ups. Making 1 of them. And the smart missile shot firing in here. Alright. Alright. So here we go. These are now going to be strength 5, so looking for 4s to wound. Ooh, nothing. And the hazard suit's going to fire in here 2 D3 shots. Getting 4 shots.
He advanced.
He advanced, so it's going to be -1 to hit, so looking for 5s to hit. Getting 2 hits. Strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds. They're going to go straight through, so 1 at a time. D6. Dead guy. And a dead guy. All right, the gun drones, they're going to fire into my 1 lone aggressor left here. Hitting on 5s. All right, getting 3 hits. Strength 5.
Yep.
So wounded on 4s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 regular saves.
Yep.
3-up saves. And failed 1. All right, so that's it for shooting. His Riptide is going to charge into my aggressor. I'm going to have 6 plus D6 shots, plus 1. 7 shots coming in here. Hitting on 6s. Getting none. Okie dokie. His charge distance. Needing, what? An 11-inch charge. Ooh, so close. No, he only needed a 10-inch charge. He was just in under 11 inches in there. So, yeah, he's in. Gruesome. All right, so now his Riptide will be punching into my aggressor over here. 4 attacks. Hitting on 5s. Getting 1 hit. Wounding strength 6, so looking for a 3 to wound. That's a wound. -1 AP, looking for a 4-up save. Nope. I just died to Tau in close combat. Feels not great. Oh yeah. All right, so that is it for the Tau turn here on turn 3. The cards that he got overwhelming firepower, but only killed 2, so he gets just 1 point for that. And he got Scour the Skies by killing my Vanguard vets there. So that is going to be, are you going to keep Defend Objective 3? Probably, because he's on it over there. So that is it. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Deathwatch here on turn 4. All right, so I drew Master of the Warp, leaving me with Master of the Warp, Big Game Hunter, and still priority orders received. Let's get that secure Objective 3 with my Warlord. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase. My veterans dropped down over here. My Dreadnought stood still, and my 2 characters are moving up over this way, and that is it. That's all I got left. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. Here we go. Smite first. Nope. I'm gonna spend my last command point on that one. Yeah, it goes off. Does my opponent get one? He doesn't. Do I get to keep mine? I don't. So I'm out of command points. He's out of command points. Everyone's out of command points. D3 mortal wounds. Getting 3. And now Psychic Scourge into him. Going off with an 8. So leadership's rolling off. +1. +1. What's your leader? Is less than my librarian. So yeah, my librarian is 9. So here we go. D3 mortal wounds. Getting 1 more mortal wound. All right, veteran squad here is going to fire into his Riptide over there. Red are going to be the stalker pattern. Greens are going to be the regular ones. I'm using the Kraken round, so it's giving me +6 inches so they can get some range in there. And these are going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. Alrighty. So 1 miss there. These are strength 4, so looking for strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. Alright, getting 1 wound there. AP -1 because of Kraken.
3 up.
3 up. He's good. So now my my Watchmaster here is going to fire into his Riptide using the Hellfire round. So 2 shots hitting on 2s. 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. AP -1. 3 ups. Making them both. And pistol using Hellfire rounds. That's a hit. That is not a wound. All right, now my Dreadnought's gonna fire into his Devilfish over there on 2s. Okay, 1 hit. That is a wound. AP -3, 6 up. No, goes through. D6 wounds. Doing 2 wounds. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. My Watchmaster is going to charge into his Riptide over here. So we're going to go with the 18 shots from his Nova Cannon there. Hitting on 5s, re-rolling because of Whatchama shoots it's over there. The shooting at you with thing. Yeah, counter fire, defense, somethings, whatever's. Here we go. Re-rolling. Man, your rerolls have been on fuego. So here we go. 6 hits. Strength 6. So looking for 3s to wound. Getting all but 1 wound there. So it's going to be 5 wounds. AP -2. So looking for a 4 up save. Making 3 of them. So failing 2. So he's 2 damage each. Ooh, that was real close. But he's alive. That's all that matters. Here, oh, and I've got more to come. Here come the smart missiles hitting on 5s. Oh man, re-rolling. Because he really needed that, or at least those ones missed. So here we go. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. Oh boy, 5 wounds. -1, so 5. 3 up saves. Making them all. Woo! And his charge distance. I don't think that's in. All right, now my librarian's gonna charge in. I was hoping his better roll saves would help protect him, but I gotta try this. So here we go. Librarian, coming at you. Oh, he is not gonna be coming at him for long, I don't think. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Re-rolling. Because of shenanigans. Alright. Get another 3. Strength 6. Wound on 3s. Oh boy.
1s and 2s.
1s and 2s. That's what I'm hoping for. Hey, there you go. I'll take that. Getting 3.
3 -2.
3 -2. So 3 5 ups.
You can do it, Phil. I believe in you.
I mean, at least someone does. Nope. He is 2 damage each, right? Yeah, he did. I'm going to use my Warlord save. No, he's dead. So at the end of my turn, I did get Master of the Warp, and that is it. And I think we're just going to call it at this point because I think he's got most of his army still alive, and I've got butt kiss. So yeah, I got smooshed by the Tau. They did a pretty big number on me, I mean, they just got so many shots. And then over here, charging with Tau, who does that? It was brilliant, but who does that? Killer. But an awesome time. I had a fantastic time. I really like him, and all these people. I keep hearing about how Tau is like so underpowered and everyone's upset about Tau. Shut up. Because seriously, that was ridiculous. These guys are awesome. If you know how to use them and you use them right, their synergies work really well. All of their systems that can help you just be awesome. And I mean, it's just pretty incredible. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek. As always, my opponent has been Taylor. And until next time, have fun.